Did you always know you were going to go into this business?
No, I wanted to be a baseball player.
That was no childhood fantasy. Trump was a star player at the New York Military Academy.
I was captain of the baseball team. I was supposed to be a professional baseball player. Fortunately, I decided to go into real estate instead.
Donald Trump has been telling that story for years. He describes himself as the captain of his team, the best player in all of New York State, and someone talented enough to turn professional, at least according to him, if a career in real estate had not come first.
I went to military academy, New York Military Academy, for 5 years, from the year before freshman.
So 8th grade on?
Yes.
Whose idea was this?
Well, I was very rebellious, and my parents thought it would be a good idea, because I was very rebellious.
Right.
I love to fight. I always love to fight.
Physical fights?
Yeah, all kinds of fights. Physical,
arguments?
All types of fights. Any kind of fight, I loved it, including physical. And I was always the best athlete, something that nobody knew about me. But one guy you should speak to before it's too late, because he's a pretty old guy now, is Major DeBias. Because he said, he coached for many, there's like 35 years. He said Donald Trump was the best athlete I've ever coached. Donald Trump was the best baseball player I've ever coached. So, just something to know.
When did you know that you were good?
Get them DeBiases. I always knew I was good. I was always good. I was always the best athlete.
Like in first grade, if the kids had a game.
From before first grade.
Every night before bed, he takes the Bible from his nightstand, it burns his hand, and he goes back to sleep.
And it shall be answered, because they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, and laid hold on other gods, and worshipped them and served them. Therefore has he brought all this evil upon them.
Said he was going to end the war in Ukraine in one day. He said he's going to release his tax returns, the new healthcare plan, the wall, Greenland. This is a man whose word is as good as the gold commode he sits in. The man who actually dodged the draft to stay out of Vietnam, who got a note from a podiatrist that rented office space from his dad to claim he had bone spurs, even though he was on the football, baseball, basketball, and soccer teams at the military academy his parents sent him to. Had a young Donald Trump not sustained that incredibly well-timed boo-boo on his foot, not only would he have fought in the war in Vietnam, he would have risen straight to the top and won it very quickly for the United States. And if he had been captain of the Titanic, Leo DiCaprio would be alive today.
Jimmy Kimmel is holding 13 newspaper box scores from 1959 through 1964, documenting every game Donald Trump actually played. Fred Trump sent Donald to that academy in 1959 after switchblades and fights at school convinced him that his son needed more structure.
Trump was a star player at the New York Military Academy.
I was supposed to be a professional baseball player. Fortunately, I decided to go into real estate instead.
Wrong. Donald Trump was not a good baseball player. Jake Tapper did not do the fact-checking that was necessary for that story, because it turns out if you look at Donald Trump's stats, he was actually pretty bad. So Slate has managed to unearth 9 box scores from Trump's time at New York Military Academy, which showed a 4 for 29 batting record in his sophomore, junior, and senior seasons, with 3 runs batted in and a single run scored. So not a big deal. I talked to my husband about what all this means, and it's really bad. Okay, I'm not like a baseball genius, but that's not a good batting score. Also, Trump's batting average in the 9 games Slate found box scores for stood at a disappointing 138.
138 is miserable. So one writer described his school as a podunk school, not known for baseball, and not the school overall, but the athletic component of it.
Kimmel opens the first box score from Trump's sophomore season. 3 games are listed, with 10 at-bats and 0 hits. Researchers could not find a single hit for him that entire season. Then come the junior year records, followed by 8 games from his senior season, the same year Trump claims he was the best player in the entire state. Kimmel places the records next to each other. The numbers show 1 hit in 21 at-bats, giving him a batting average of .047. If you followed box scores in your local newspaper during those years, you already knew exactly what that kind of average meant to a coach. It meant the player belonged on the bench. Across the 9 games with complete records that researchers located, Trump batted .138. One scout who evaluated talent for a major league organization put it plainly, those numbers did not describe a professional prospect. They described a bench player on a struggling small school team. Kimmel then checks newspaper coverage from the same period, and something else stands out. Trump's name does not appear in a single game story. It shows up only in the box score. Quick reminder, if you have not subscribed yet, hit that button. It takes 2 seconds, and if you already have, you are genuinely the reason this channel keeps uncovering folders like this. Now back to the evidence. 13 games, 1 hit across his final 21 at-bats, and not a single mention in any game story. The comments are open if you remember what a .047 average actually meant on your own team. Trump said he was the best player in the state. The record shows 1 hit in 21 at-bats. Donald Trump, the sitting president of the United States in his second term, has continued repeating the professional baseball claim as recently as this decade. The box scores remain open on the desk. Page 13 still shows the same number, .047. We find the page number. That is the whole job. The patterns keep repeating, and we slow them down.